From Spontaneously Combustible Studios in Cleveland, Ohio, presented by Permanently Geek, this is Uncovered. The
Coming
show...
to you live.
No.
Oh.
No, we're not.
Sorry.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're actually here, but they're not watching us right now.
Coming to you alive.
Yes! For now.
For now. That's true. Things could change by the time this...
This could get violent. You never
this
know
could,
how this is going to come out. Because this is the show where we pit an original and a cover version against each other and try to decide which is the better offering. And we don't always agree about that.
This is very true.
And you're usually wrong when we disagree, so,
That's not true.
So shall we find out what our offering for this week is?
Let's.
All right. I will let you do the honors.
Drum roll, please. Paint It Black, originally by the Rolling Stones, covered by the Tea Party.
I don't think I've ever heard the Tea Party cover of this song, so I'm coming fresh to this one. Like I of course know the Rolling Stones tune, but this should be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to listen to this. On this video, you will hear short clips so that nobody sues us, and then we'll be right back.
Yep.
No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls' colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls of majesty.
And we're back. So, the Tea Party one was interesting. I liked a lot of the instrumentation and production. I thought the first time it came around, the way they half-timed at the I don't even know exactly what to call it, because it's not your standard exactly verse-chorus structure. The B section, like where they half-timed the beat there, I liked it the first time. Each time it happened, I got a little bit more tired of it coming around. So that I'm not 100% sure on how I felt about it. And I like the modern take on it. One thing, though, that I heard in the Rolling Stones version that I hadn't picked out again, it's the whole thing of you hear different things in a studio setting on monitors than you do when you're in the car.
Yeah, certainly.
And so there was a lot of stuff with instrumentation and especially on the low end, the like boom, 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 boom that I'd never heard in the song before. So I'm torn. It's not an easy decision.
No, this certainly isn't. I'm a massive fan of the Tea Party, and if you don't know them, I highly recommend checking them out. They're a Canadian hard rock band that has a lot of Eastern influence to their music. So Paint It Black is such a perfect choice for them as a song to cover because it has that.
It already
that
has
influence
that
sound.
sort of Middle Eastern sound.
Yeah, and I do love what they do with it, and you hit on a good point that I thought of just now as we were listening to it. Is yeah, you're right. The original song doesn't really have your typical verse-chorus format, and the Tea Party version kind of creates that out of what the Rolling Stones had there. So I do like the way that the Tea Party version kind of creates almost a different structure out of the same song. That being said, that is a tough choice because Paint It Black, I think, is probably my favorite Rolling Stones song.
See, I'm actually not a big Rolling Stones fan. Like, yeah. I'm not. It's given the choice between listening to them and listening to Florida Georgia Line, I would pick the Rolling Stones.
Thank you. I was a little worried about where you were going there.
Now Nickelback, but I'm not a huge Rolling Stones fan, and so but it is one of my favorites of theirs as well. So I do have a question. Like, this is possibly, aside from a couple times you've been like, hey, listen to this Tea Party song. Does their singer always sound like Jack Black? Like, it was more so at the end of the song when he went into the Paint It Black.
I don't know how to answer that because I've never thought about it until just this moment. I want to say no, but
Wonder Boy.
He doesn't do that. That's not in there.
Fair enough. All right. Well, are you comfortable revealing our picks here? Are you ready to make this happen? Or do you have any more thoughts that you'd like to
I'm almost wondering if I want to change my thought on what I thought you would pick, though.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that. You can't.
All right, it's locked in.
Because yeah,
Locked in?
what we were doing when we were writing on those CDs, we were predicting what the other person would pick.
Right.
So you can't change that. You can't change that after we talk about it. Because I may have shown my hand a little bit.
Yeah. It's not all you showed.
Hey, I make sure the camera's off when I'm bending over.
Anywho.
Shall we? Jinx? All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Another disagreement.
Another disagreement. So yeah, as you can see, I picked the original, or as we call it on this show, the uncover, and you picked the cover song.
I did.
So that's actually, I'm not too surprised. You know, you do, after all, have a Tea Party poster on your wall, which, you know, that's a little bit of a giveaway. So
Yeah.
why did you think that I would? Why did you think that I would? Well, actually, I don't know what you thought yet.
You don't know what I thought yet. This is true.
Fair enough. Shall we look at what we picked for the other person?
Nah.
All right, folks. We'll see you next time. All right. Let's see.
All right.
Let's see what you thought. Moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
Oh.
So, Michael said, for me, the Tea Party, with a nice line underneath it.
Nice heavy line.
Yeah.
I was emphatically choosing the Tea Party.
Almost looks like a logo or something here. You have a Tea Party poster on your wall.
I thought it was a pretty good giveaway.
That is solid logic. I mean, the poster's there, so I do have to pick them. That's part of the agreement that I signed when I bought the poster.
I'm going to start sneaking various posters into your apartment just to force your hand on these.
Yeah.
Now, you thought that I was going to pick the Pea Party.
The Pea Party.
Picked the Pea Party, the Tea Party, because you thought that I would like the more aggressive dynamics.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
You, sir, lose.
I did lose. I mean, like, when the Tea Party version started in, and they kicked in with the drums and the bass and the instrumentation, like, both you and our producer over here went, whoa.
No, and it was exactly what I said afterwards. Like,
there's something to this.
The first time it hit, it really grabbed me.
Yeah.
By the, third time, though, it was like, okay, I know it's... There wasn't... It felt like there wasn't any surprise left in the song. Like, the structure...
That is true. Yeah, I get that.
The structure became evident, and aside from the one time, which I actually really liked when everything dropped way, way back and they heavily affected the vocals and all of that, but apart from that, it felt like, the mystery was gone. Like,
but what do you do with that song? We already talked about how it doesn't really have a typical structure to it, and the original song is just sort of like, here's the song, here's all the parts to it, and then here's the ending. So what else do you do to add more of a dynamic or add a surprise to it?
Blast beats.
Yeah, that would be a surprise. I can't argue with that.
So I believe
make a little dubstep section, maybe.
So I believe if we're doing the running tally, we are now 2-1 as far as our predictions go.
Yeah, I suppose we are.
Better luck next time. And we'll see you next time.
It's not my fault you made the wrong choice.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. Here on Permanently Geek, we have all kinds of shows about video games, music, cosplay, all kinds of fun stuff like that.
Yep.
We're going to be putting makeup on Kevin one time. It's going to be a good time. But please subscribe, and you can find us online. You can find me on Twitter at MichaelMCFMusic. And Kevin?
You can find me on Twitter at Kevin_Conaway.
And thanks again for dropping by, and we will see you next time on Uncovered.